Well, good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XD Repeat in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of Ram Radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide on air being placed to all ham radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to add that program in your radio or to have access to the repeater. This is the Friday Night Fun Net with Jimmy Dorsey, K9GCR. It's live streamed and recorded on YouTube at youtube.com/K Tatlow. You don't need to register for YouTube or Facebook to listen to this live stream. Just go to YouTube and then search for Kerry Tatlow live stream. Kerry, Kilo, Echo, Romeo, Yankee, Tatlow, Tango, Alpha, Tango, Lima, Oscar, Whiskey. You should find tonight's Fun Net live stream listed there. Click it and listen in. Those of you who are listening on the live stream, you want to check in, just go to the hold of Kerry, K9MAP. He in turn will relay your check in to me via the radio. Okay, let me reset. If you don't have that capability and you can't hear the repeater due to conditions or whatever, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-3636. 232 FN 232-3636. Local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in on the phone, but try checking on the radio if at all possible. I did have one early check-in on the phone. Patrick in Warren, Illinois, KF9SD, checked in on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. So, okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do. By the way, should we are still under this area is under severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. Should anything happen weather-wise, if a warning is issued for like Stevenson, Winnebago, or whatever, for counties, Winnebago County Sky Warn will let me know, and I will stop the net, and we will pause the net, and we won't pick it up again until after the weather emergency is over. So that's it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take a short time on mobile stations. Then after if you're just passing through the area, if you're there to concentrate your driving, you got a family get-together going on, something big you want to watch on TV or something else happening, you can, we'll take a short time on mobile check-ins. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. Then we'll do our Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Bass, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8 to DMR, APRS, or GMRS, or what have you. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to bring them before the net. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll have our Friday Night Fun Net contest/DX scores. Did you make any DX contacts this week? I did make one. That was with the statewide areas net this past Sunday. Then, okay. Then we'll have our swap net. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies of RAM radio or computer? We're going to be doing that. Okay, I'm going to be. I was just thinking. We've had so many features on this Friday Night Fun Net over the years. We have a swap net, tech net, DX corner, or what have you. I'm going to ask a question tonight. Well, now we're just, it's in the talk stage right now. Nothing is definite. Moses has not yet come down from Mount Sinai with the 2 stone tablets. Here we go. Are you interested in broadcast having amateur radio newsline rebroadcast during the Friday Night Fun Net? Now, there are two places where you can hear the amateur radio newsline. On Wednesday evenings, during our Wednesday evening Swamp Net at 8 p.m., on the 147.390 repeater in Freeport, Meld, 9 RPM, there are repeater trustee. He does a great job of that. Also, you can also hear Newsline on the Thursday evening at the Prairie Net, which is held on Chad's 440.950 repeater in Janesville. Let me reset. Now, of course, now if anybody's interested, let me know. We'll do it. If not, we won't do it. Regardless, I have to get the okay from the repeater, the rah-rah board, and the repeater chairman and the repeater trustee before we can consider doing this. So we're just talking about this right now. So we'll see what happens. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time mobilization you want to take tonight's net? Please go on.
Kilo 9, Mike Tango Victor, Ryan Loves Park. KB9, all left, Ruben, Cedarville, short time.
And for WGN, Bob here in Freeport, about a mile west of you, Jimmy. I'm going to be a short timer, but I'll be listening off and on.
Okay, got 3 stations checked in. K9NTV Ryan, the net control operator for the Winnebago County Skywarn. Did a great job as usual today there, Ryan. Thank you very much. Like I said, should anything happen during the net, well, we'll take a pause while you do the Skywarn stuff. That's more important than the net anyway. Okay. And KB9 OLF, Ruben and Cedarville. Good signal tonight, Ruben. Got you checked in, Southern. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. N4WGN, Bob, here in Freeport, lives about a mile west of me. Short time, you'll be listening off and on. Okay, Bob, thanks for checking in. Ryan, Ruben, and Bob, thanks to all 3 of you for checking in. Any more short time mobilization you want to check, please call now.
KC9 QPL, Paul Rose Park, 73, and I'm clear.
KC9 QPL, Paul Rose Park. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in. Thank you for checking in, Southern. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll probably hear you during the Monday night net. Okay. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time mobilization you want to check? Please go now.
WM, Jimmy.
Yeah,
no traffic.
Come back again. I cannot quite catch that. Say again.
9 BWM, Jimmy. Short time, no traffic.
N9BWM. Okay, Bruce. Boy, I don't know. I'll tell you what, you sure sound different on that radio. It's not yours. I know you got a better signal moved into that. But I've got you checked in, Bruce. Thanks for checking in, Southern. Have a good evening. Okay, do we have any more short time mobilizations? Well, I'm checking the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please go on.
This is KD9VQM, Jimmy. I'm going to check in short time, Eric and Monroe here, but I'll probably listen for a little bit, and if you need me to jump in more than that, I could. I probably won't make the whole net, but I'll definitely monitor for quite a bit. By the way, if I don't get a chance later, Jim, I would say that with the audio news line, I'm really neither for nor against it. I think if you did it, it would be great. I'm not opposing it, but I guess I'm not really. I guess I'm kind of neutral on it. I guess it really depends on how much you need to kind of fill time in general, or how often you think that needs to happen. I think it could be a good addition if you think that that's important. So I'm definitely not opposing it. But this is KD9VQM short time.
Okay, Eric, K9VQM, Eric Monroe. Okay, sounds like I said. We're gonna ask if enough people are interested in it, we'll go on from there. If not, we won't even consider it. So that's thanks for your input there, Eric. We'll wait and see. Yes, whenever we get along check-ins, we will do the trivia questions from ARRL's Tech, General, and Extra Q&A. Let's say it's kind of a training session, if you will. Okay, thanks. Any more short time on mobile stations of the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. One, two, three, four, five, six short time stations. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we'll now move to general check-ins. Any general check-ins like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. One more time, do we have any general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call Case on GCR. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do my regular traffic then. Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. We order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's an informal gathering of fam folks. No affiliations necessary. Good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's held at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. I asked Mark K9COB when I talked to him today if he went to the breakfast. He said no, he did not. So I'm sure they had a good turnout. So, okay. The monthly Saturday morning of breakfast, the Greater Boyd Ave Trail Club, or G-Bark, meets monthly on the second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. at Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and I-9039. All are welcome to join the group for food and lots of ham talk. I wonder if they had a good turnout last week. So, and I wonder if they even had their fox hunt. The weather was not cooperative last week, and cruise night here in Freeport was nothing to write home about. We'll just put it that way. Let me reset. The bi-monthly Saturday morning breakfast, the Rock River Valley GMRS Breakfast Club, meets on the first and third Saturdays each month. Oh, that's tomorrow at 9 a.m. at Mr. C's Family Restaurant, 4309 West State Street, Rockford, Illinois, 61102. So there will be having a, let's see, wait. Oh, I take that back. No, tomorrow is the fourth Saturday, so they will not have the meeting. Their meeting was last week. Okay. The River Valley GMRS Breakfast Club that meets on the first and third Saturdays each month at 9 a.m. at Mr. C's Family Restaurant, 4309 West State Street, Rockford, Illinois, 61102. Okay. Are there any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, I got this information from the Greene County Area Tracy's Net last Sunday. The IARU has requested that the following frequencies not be used. 3.985 megahertz, 75-80 meters lower sideband. I repeat, 3.985 megahertz, 75, 80 meters lower sideband. 7.060 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. 7.060 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. 7.275 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. 7.275 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. 14.300 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. 14.300 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. And finally, 21.360 megahertz, 15 meters upper sideband. 21.360 megahertz, 15 meters upper sideband. These frequencies are being used for relief efforts for victims of the earthquake in Colombia. That took place on Monday, August 10th. So just advise our IARU wants request that you stay on these certain frequencies. Okay, do we have any stations? General Tech and the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call case on GCR.
Yeah, you got November 9, Italy, Golf, Papa, John, and Sherlin.
N9IGP. What? Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, just out here at the river. And, yeah, for a couple of years, I think you were on another repeater, and I could never pick you up on it. Since it switched to one repeater here. Yeah, I'm on my HT right now, too, so... yeah, just found that out a couple of weeks ago that you're on this repeater. Over.
Oh yeah, we've been on this repeater for quite some time now. We were on the 147195 repeater for several years. Then we decided well, this repeater went through a major upgrade this year. You've probably been out of the loop, so you have no idea what's been going on. This repeater is now at a different location. It is no longer at WZOK radio station. It is not at the OSF St. Anthony Hospital where it was. It's at a location west of Rockford on Tate Road. It's where the old 146.805 repeater used to be. It has this repeater went through a major upgrade too. We're picking up stations as far north as Delavan, Wisconsin, as far south as Sterling. So that's the situation. Everybody's happy with this repeater setup now.
Yeah, it's very good. It's really nice. It's got good ears, and for me in Sherland, to be hitting a repeater, that's really good. So I'll let you get back to it. Yeah, I'm looking south here towards, I think, Rockford, and seeing a lot of lightning to the south from here. So, all right, we'll catch you later, Jimmy. This is N9IGP.
Hey, sounds good. N9IGP, this is case 9 GCR. Thanks. Should anything happen, Northern Illinois Skywarn will let us know, and if we have to suspend the net, we will do so. Thank you very much. Any more general checks at the Friday Night Fun Net, please go on out.
AB9Z.
Come back with that call. Maybe you might want to repeat it slowly and phonetically if you would, please.
AB9Z, Jim in Whitewater.
Jim in Whitewater, we got a good signal coming in. Now, could you repeat your call slowly and phonetically if you would, please?
Roger, that's Alpha Bravo 9 Zulu. Alpha Bravo 9 Zulu.
Alpha Bravo 9 Zulu in Whitewater, Wisconsin. Got a good signal. Beautiful signal coming in from Whitewater. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. My first time joining, and curious to listen and see what you guys are all about. I'm up here in Whitewater, Wisconsin, and currently under some pretty dark storm clouds, so I think we're about to get a real big one coming in here.
I believe that we're here in Stevenson, Winnebago counties. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. I don't know about up in your area. I'm sure you're probably under the same watch too.
Yeah, roger that. I think it's about the same time period, and it is a thunderstorm watch.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Hey, okay. Hey, welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. Like I said, this net meets each every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This net usually runs past 10 o'clock, so you're welcome to stay in and listen to enjoy some great listening here.
Thank you, Jimmy, and we will do.
You bet. Thanks for checking in. Good station. We got good check-ins from Whitewater, Wisconsin, and we should get state. We had a station K9 VQM, Eric and Monroe, Wisconsin, and we usually have some more Wisconsin stations checking in too. Okay, are there any more stations you want to check in Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, I'll tell you what let's do. Let's go with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode. Let's see. APRS, GMR, FT8, GMRS. If you have any technical questions that you'd like to bring for the net, please feel free to do so, and we'll do our best to answer your questions for you. And anybody have any technical questions you'd like to bring for the net? Okay, let's go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did you make any HF contacts this week? The only contact I made was with the Illinois statewide areas net. That net meets on the first and third Thursdays, first and third Sundays of each month at 4:30 p.m. During the warm weather months, they meet on 7.217. During the cold weather months, they meet on 3905. So, okay, does anybody have any DX contacts they'd like to pass along at this time? Well, no DX reports, so we'll go ahead with the swamp net. All items to be bought or sold or traded must be related to hobbies, RAM, traded, or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. It may mention prices over there, but handling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Anybody have any swamp net traffic you'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, do we have any more general check-ins? For the Friday Night Fun Net, please call K9 GCR. KD9 MAP, Kerry, the Duke of Digital DX. Kerry, what's going on with you?
KD9 MAP. Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Oh, I didn't do too much this week. My cat needed to take some medicine, and I have to give it to him every day, and he doesn't like it. He bit me a couple of days ago, so I had to go to the primary care clinic to get that treated. That's the third cat bite I've had in my life, and every single time it's gotten infected, like within hours. They got dirty mouths. Pretty tough. trying to think of one useful thing I accomplished this week, but I'm drawing a blank. So anyway, I didn't do any HF this week. I did do some listening. Brief reset. There are these high frequency bands called the ISM bands. I think that stands for Industrial, Scientific, and Medicine. And those are bands that are used by devices for telemetry of different kinds. And basically the FCC says anybody can use them without a license. The only thing that you need to know about using those bands is that you can expect to be interfered with. So you have to design your modulation to work well in an interfering environment, and that usually means spread spectrum. Brief reset. You guys have heard GRD talking about Meshtastic and LoRa, and those operate on the ISM band. The two big bands here in the United States for ISM are 915 megahertz and 315 megahertz. And a couple of weeks ago, you might have heard me mention that I figured out how to read the signals that my electric meter is sending over the radio at 915 megahertz. Brief reset. Well, this week I learned how to read the signals that my default sends. You know, when you get a car these days, they give you a radio thing, a key fob that you can use to unlock the door. Well, it turns out my key fob transmits on the 315 megahertz ISM band. And I can hear it and I can see the data. I can't decode it yet, but I can see the data anyway. Brief reset. There are so many things that transmit radio signals on the ISM band. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, every car tire today has an ISM radio transmitter in it. You know, so you've got four of them in your wheels on your car right there. The smart meters, like my electric meter. I was looking at all the different devices, baby monitors, smart thermostats, even a meat thermometer. There are a couple of companies selling meat thermometers that have radio transmitters, believe it or not. So, anyway, that's the only radio thing I did this week. That's about it. KD9MAT.
Okay, sounds good, Kerry. Well, I'm going to count that as your DX report anyway. I've never even heard of that kind of stuff before. That's very interesting. You can listen to your electric meter and what have you. I think that's great. Kerry, I don't know if you ever listen to Amateur Radio Newsline or not, but I'm doing a survey. I'm going to ask some people if they would be very interested, if they would be interested in hearing Amateur Radio Newsline during the Friday Night Fun Net. Of course, if enough people say yes, I would have to get permission from the Rah-Rah board and the repeater chairman and the repeater trustee anyway. We can do this. So, what do you say, Kerry?
I've never heard that one before. How would you do that, Jimmy? Would you start a recording playing, or would you broadcast it live from another source, or what would you do?
I'll tell you what Mel, N9RPN, our repeater trustee here in Freeport, and Steve Ciccone does. He, now, the Amateur Radio Newsline broadcasts are from the Friday of the previous week. Like, today's broadcast is out now, but Mel wouldn't be able to play it back until, Wednesday of next week during our swap net. He kind of used the computer. I don't know how all that goes. And Chad, the WI9HF, he records Amateur Radio Newsline on his net on Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Of course, I don't know if you have 440 capability or not, but that's on 440.950. his repeater in Janesville. He does that during his 8 o'clock Thursday evening net. So I don't know how that would be done.
All right, so it would actually be one of them doing it at a point during your fun net. You would turn it over to them, and then when it's done, they turn it back over to you. That's the way it would work.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yes, that's how we would do it. That's how it's done on our swap net on Wednesday evening here.
Okay. How long does the broadcast last?
This runs for 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
And there's no music in it or anything else that's prohibited for amateur transmission.
No music. No.
Well, it's fine by me. I'll go with whatever the majority says here. You're the content guy. You're the guy who knows what sells. So, I mean, if you try it and people don't like it, you can always stop. So yeah, that's out of the box thinking, Jimmy. That's pretty cool. 89 MAT.
Yeah, thanks, Kerry. Yeah, well, what I would like to do, if assuming we get the okay and we get approval from the powers that be at RARA, I'd like to do today's broadcast. I don't want to have to do wait till next Friday to do the last week's broadcast. So that's how I would work it out that way. We'll just see what happens.
Progress marches on. This is 89 MAT.
Oh, what marches on?
Progress.
Progress. Okay. That's what when Ronald Reagan used to host the Sunday evening General Electric Theater on I think it was at 8 o'clock on CBS TV. He always said, "Progress is our most important product."
Progress is the state motto of the state of Wisconsin. 89 MAT.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Thanks, Kerry. Okay, we'll get that. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you. We'll do the trivia segment in a few minutes here. We're gonna see if we get more check-ins. Thanks. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. Okay, now we'll go ahead and do the swap net. All IMC bulk order trading must be related to hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All IMC bulk order trading must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. I mean, mention prices over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along at this time? Do we have any more stations? I'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time. You're coming over to the Friday Night Fish Fry, Steak Fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you just turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 34 minutes, this is your chance to check the Friday Night Fun net from over the region. Without traffic, please call KSN TCR.
Break, KD9 VQM.
Oh, go ahead there, Eric.
I figured there was a long enough pause I could jump in. Hey, a couple things. One was earlier, and I didn't bring it up during the tech questions, Jimmy, but you had mentioned, with the .610 repeater, I think you talked to someone that you hadn't talked to in a couple of years that was calling you from down by the river there. And you had mentioned, I think, let me just brief reset. You had mentioned, of course, that, dot 610 is in a much better position, and that much I knew. I kind of thought the dot 195 had been kind of a backup and used sometimes. I guess my question on that one is, do you no longer use the dot 195 at all? Or is it still kind of considered a backup if something else goes down? Over.
Well, we kind of consider the 195 repair as a backup repeater. It should, but you can still, people still use it for like the rag chewing and all that stuff there. But during the, we had our weekly Winnebago County Skywarn training that yet last evening. Doug, KD9CNS, since he's assumed the duties of net control operator, he's gone. He's had to switch over to the 195 repeater. That we use that as our backup repeater for the Skywarn training. That see how we give a test on that repeater. Everything seems to be working fine. No, 195 still on the air. We'll just use it mostly as backup, and of course, and for a second repair, anybody wants to go and rag too, that's fine too.
Copy that. Yeah, now that you say that, Jimmy, and not too long ago, I think I had heard one of the Thursday Skywarn nets, and I usually don't listen to these all the way through during the week. But now that you mention that, I think I do remember guys starting out on the dot 610 and then going up to dot 195, telling everyone to go up there, and I don't know if they do like a roll call or something like that. Now that you mention that, I have probably heard that within the last couple of months here. So yeah, that's actually, I didn't even think about that, but I guess I am aware that it still is in use. And then number two, the second thing was Kerry was mentioning those ISM frequencies and whatnot. And I never really thought about this, but we have one of those meat thermometers that transmits. We keep one out in the garage freezer. It's a chest freezer, like a horizontal freezer, and then we have a freezer downstairs that's an upright. And both of those they both report to a little module in the kitchen, and you can monitor the temperature in the kitchen. And they both transmit with batteries or whatever. And now I kind of know how those work. I'd never really thought about it, but it probably is on one of those two frequencies. So brief reset. So yeah, that was the second thing. I guess I actually use a device that uses those two. The wife just likes to know that the freezers are still working and whatever. So, all right. Well, I'll send it back to you there, Jimmy. KD9 VQM back over to KC9 GCR and the rest of the net here.
Okay, sounds good. I will see if we can get some more check-ins here. If not, I'll just go ahead and start the trivia segment. So we'll just see. I think with the weather situation being what it is, I think a lot of people have disconnected their antennas. It's happened before this year. So at one point, back in April, that day that the tornado went through Lena, Illinois, we had to was it Doug K9CNS suggested I not do the Friday Night Fun Net. So we did that. So we postponed it. We did it on the next night on Saturday night. That's the only time in the history of the Friday Night Fun Net that this Friday Night Fun Net was held on a night other than Friday night. So that's for sure. Okay, thanks for checking in, Eric. We'll see if we get some more check-ins here. Okay, do we have any more stations who like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please go now. Okay, this is one of my own radio nut jokes. I was looking for that last Friday night when we did our cruise night edition, right? Of the net. I couldn't find it, but here we go. This is my own radio nut joke. You know you're a radio nut when in preparation for cruise night, you installed 3 2-meter 440 HF radios and 3 2-meter 440 HF antennas on the front dashboard and on the roof of your 1956 Chevy. You display your 56 Chevy at cruise night. Then while you cruise the downtown, you carry on a QSO with your friends on the local repeater and on HF. If you have a homemade radio nut joke you want to pass along, you can give me a call here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. Okay, do we have any more stations I'd like to check in this time? Please go now. Okay, one moment please while I go across the room and get my magnifying glass. Okay, was somebody trying to check in? All I heard was the mic click, but no audio. Okay, well, we got all in checking, so what I'm going to do the Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is what I do. I read 5 tech questions, 5 extra class questions. No, let's do that again. I read 5 tech questions, 5 general questions, and 5 extra class questions. Okay, first we're going to start with the tech. Alright, let's find it here. Let's find it. What are we looking for? Alright. Okay. On which of the following HF frequencies can automatically controlled amateur propagation beacons be found? A. Anywhere in the technician portion of the 10 meters. B. Anywhere if they are registered with the FCC. C. In a specific portion of each of the HF technician bands. D. On 10 meters between 28.200 megahertz and 28.300 megahertz. On which of the following HF frequencies can automatically controlled and amateur propagation beacons be found? A. Anywhere in the technician portion of the 10 meters. B. Anywhere if they are registered with the FCC. C. In a specific portion of each of the HF technician bands. D. On 10 meters between 28.200 megahertz and 28.300 megahertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Oh, Jimmy, I think it's either A or C. I think I'm gonna go C, Charlie.
Sorry, Eric, that's not correct. But hey, thanks for trying. Okay, anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay, here we go. On which of the following HF frequencies can automatically controlled amateur propagation beacons be found? The correct answer is D delta. On 10 meters between 28.200 megahertz and 28.300 megahertz. 97.3 A and 9. Beacons are another type of stations restricted to certain subbands. These stations make transmissions for the purpose of observing propagation or other experiments. You will find them on 10 meters between 28.2 and 28.3 megahertz, and in the lower segments of the VHF, UHF, and microwave bands. Ham radio lights manual page 7-11. All right. Hey, this is all in fun, folks. Don't worry about it. This is not the actual test. If you miss it, don't worry about it. All right. Okay. I'll find it here. Okay. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. B, a single repeater with more than one receiver. C, multiple repeaters with the same control operator. D, a system of repeaters linked by APRS. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which the signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. B, a single repeater with more than one receiver. C, multiple repeaters with the same control operator. D, a system of repeaters linked by APRS. Anybody correct to answer this question?
A alpha.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? Correct answer is A alpha. A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. Repeaters can also be linked to other repeaters. That is, they share the signals each receives and retransmit them. This extends the coverage of any single repeater. Ham radio lights and manual page 6-12. Okay, we'll find another one here. Okay. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? A, they are too weak to go very far. B, FCC regulations prohibit them from going more than 50 miles. C, UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. D, UHF signals are absorbed by the ionospheric D layer. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? A, they are too weak to go very far. B, FCC regulations prohibit them from going more than 50 miles. C, UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. D, UHF signals are absorbed by the ionospheric D layer. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? Correct answer is C, Charlie. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. VHF and UHF signals usually pass through the ionosphere and are lost to space. Long-distance ionospheric propagation is the most common way for hams to make long-distance contact on the HF bands. Ham radio lights and manual page 4-3. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Which of the following can be used to enter a transceiver's operating frequency? A, the keypad or VFO knob. B, the CTCSS or DTMF encoder. C, the automatic frequency control. D, all of these choices are correct. Which of the following can be used to enter a transceiver's operating frequency? A, the keypad or VFO knob. B, the CTCSS or DTMF encoder. C, the automatic frequency control. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, which of the following can be used to enter a transceiver's operating frequency? The correct answer is A, alpha, the keypad, or VFO knob. Okay, that concludes this portion of the trivia segment. We'll go to the general class, but before we do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please go on. Okay, next we're going to go to the general portion. What did I do with my... Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Under what conditions are state and local governments permitted to regulate amateur radio antenna structures? A, under no circumstances, FCC rules take priority. B, at any time and to any extent necessary to accomplish a legitimate purpose of the state or local entity, provided that proper filings are made with the FCC. C, only when such structures exceed 50 feet in height and are clearly visible 1,000 feet from the structure. D, amateur service communications must be reasonably accommodated and regulations must constitute the minimum practical to accommodate a legitimate purpose of the state or local entity. Let me reset. Under what conditions are state and local governments permitted to regulate amateur radio antenna structures? A, under no circumstances, FCC rules take priority. B, at any time and to any extent necessary to accomplish a legitimate purpose of the state or local entity, provided that proper filings are made with the FCC. C, only when such structures exceed 50 feet in height and are clearly visible 1,000 feet from the structure. D, amateur service communications must be reasonably accommodated and regulations must constitute the minimum practical to accommodate a legitimate purpose of the state or local entity. Anybody have the correct answer to this question?
I'm going to say D Delta, reasonable accommodation, Jimmy.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Under what conditions are state and local governments permitted to regulate amateur radio antenna structures? Correct answer is D Delta. Amateur service communications must be reasonably accommodated and regulations must constitute the minimum practical to accommodate a legitimate purpose of the state or local entity. Local building rules and codes may also affect your ability to put up towers and antennas. In the FCC rule known as PRB1, the FCC acknowledged that amateur service communications must be reasonably accommodated. Any regulations must be the minimum practical and have a legitimate purpose. 97.15B, PRB1, 101 FCC's second 952, 1985. General Class License Manual, page 3-1. I wish it were A alpha. Under no circumstances, FCC rules take priority. Okay, find another one. Okay. Which of the following statements is true of the single sideband voice mode? A. Only one sideband in the carrier are transmitted, the other sideband is suppressed. B. Only one sideband is transmitted, the other sideband and carrier are suppressed. C. SSB is the only voice mode authorized on the 20, 15, and 10 meter amateur bands. D. SSB is the only voice mode authorized on this 160, 75, and 40 meter amateur bands. Which of the following statements is true of the single sideband and voice mode? A. Only one sideband in the carrier are transmitted, the other sideband is suppressed. B. Only one sideband is transmitted, the other sideband and carrier are suppressed. C. SSB is the only voice mode authorized on the 20, 15, and 10 meter amateur bands. D. SSB is the only voice mode that's authorized on the 160, 75, and 40 meter amateur bands. Anybody correct to answer this question?
What about B, Bravo?
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Which of the following statements is true of the single sideband voice mode? The correct answer is B, Bravo. Only one sideband is transmitted, the other sideband and carrier are suppressed. The discussion is rather lengthy, so I'm not going to bother reading it. So we're going to move on to the next question. Okay. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during periods of low solar activity? A. 80 meters and 160 meters. B. 60 meters and 40 meters. C. 30 meters and 20 meters. D. 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during the periods of low solar activity? A. 80 meters and 160 meters. B. 60 meters and 40 meters. C. 30 meters and 20 meters. D. 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Jimmy, it's asking least reliable bands during solar activity.
QSL, which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communication during a series of low solar activity? QSL.
Oh boy, I want to say D Delta.
Well, I'm glad you said D Delta because you are correct. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during periods of low solar activity? Correct answer is D Delta, 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. The higher the frequency, the more ionization is needed in the ionosphere in order to refract or bend the radio signal back to the Earth. When solar activity is low, signals at higher frequencies will pass through the ionosphere into space instead of being refracted back to Earth. During periods of low solar activity, the 15 meter, 21 megahertz, 12 meter, 24.9 megahertz, in parentheses, and 10 meters, 28 megahertz bands are the least reliable HF bands for long distance communication. General Class Science and Manual, page 8-7. Okay. What item of test equipment contains horizontal and vertical channel amplifiers? A. An ohm meter. B. A signal generator. C. An ammeter. D. An oscilloscope. What item of test equipment contains horizontal and vertical channel amplifiers? A. An ohm meter. B. A signal generator. C. An ammeter. D, an oscilloscope. Anybody correct answer to this question?
89 MAD says D Delta.
Okay, I've got 2 stations trying to get in there. I did not copy anybody. Let's go. Come on back.
K9RUK oscilloscope.
You are correct, Marv. You are correct. What item of test equipment contains horizontal and vertical channel amplifiers? Correct answer is D Delta and oscilloscope. And I'm not going to read the discussion is rather lengthy, so I'm not going to read it. K9RUK, good evening, Marv. What's going on with you? K9RUK, Marv, are you still there?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, sounds good there. Okay, what did I do with my own? Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. All right. Marv, I'm asking a question. I'm sure you've listened to an AMS Radio Newsline before on a couple of different repeaters. I'm doing a survey. Would you be interested if we did the AMS Radio Newsline during the Friday Night Fun Net? Would you be willing to listen or not?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm just doing a survey. Nothing is official yet. If we get enough interest, you'll see about doing it. Of course, I got to get the okay from the rah-rah board and the repeater chairman and the repeater trustee. We have to get do it. I'm thinking about maybe a Chad, WI9HF, if he could do it. I don't know if anybody else is available to do this, but okay, that's we're just talking about this now. Okay, we're going to do one more question here. Let's see. Okay. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop. Anybody correct to answer this question?
89 MAD is definitely C Charlie.
You are correct, Kerry. You are correct. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? Correct answer, C Charlie. It equals the sum of the currents through each branch. In a circuit with several parallel branches, the total current flowing into the junction of the branches is equal to the sum of the current through each branch. This is Kirchhoff's current law. General Class Lines Manual, page 4-15. Okay. We will be moving to the extra class portion of Friday Night Fun Net Trivia, but before we do that, do we have any more stations I'd like to check in this time? Please go on. Okay, just a moment. You'll all been waiting for the extra class portion of Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's see.
W9AX.
All right. What does PRB1 require of state and local regulations affecting amateur radio antenna size and structures? A. No limitations may be placed on antenna size or placement. B. Reasonable accommodations of amateur radio must be made. C. Such structures must be permitted when used for emergency communications that can be demonstrated. D. Such structures must be permitted if certified by a registered professional engineer. What does PRB1 require of state and local regulations affecting amateur radio antenna size and structure? A. No limitations may be placed on antenna size or placement. B. Reasonable accommodations of amateur radio must be made. C. Such structures must be permitted when the use for emergency communications can be demonstrated. D. Such structures must be permitted if certified by a registered professional engineer. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MAP is guessing here. I think the one that satisfies everybody is B Bravo.
You are correct, Kerry. You are correct. What does PRB1 require of state and local regulations affecting amateur radio antenna size and structure? Correct answer is a B Bravo. Reasonable accommodations of amateur radio must be made. Okay. It refers to another question here. Okay, this question is related to that, so I'll read this. To what type of regulations does PRB1 apply? A. Homeowners associations. B. FAA tower height limits. C. State and local zoning. D. Use of wireless devices in vehicles. To what type of regulations does PRB1 apply? A. Homeowners associations. B. FAA tower height limits. C. State and local zoning. D. Use of wireless devices in vehicles. Anybody correct answer to this question?
KD9MAP. I don't know, D Charlie seems to make the most sense to me.
Okay, sounds good. There was another station trying to get in there. Let's let that other station go. Other station, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't mean to step on any toes there, Jimmy. I was going to say the same thing as Kerry there. State and local zoning. But I think I started to press. I think it's right when I pressed, I heard him chime in. So I didn't mean to double step there.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway, you are both correct. You are both correct. To what type of regulations does PRB1 apply? Correct answer is C, Charlie. State and local zoning. PRB1 only applies to local government regulations and does not affect deed restrictions and covenants or homeowner associations HOA rules. I wish they would. It requires that any local regulations must make reasonable accommodations for amateur radio operators. 97.15, extra class license manual, page 3-7. Okay, we'll find another one. Okay, from which of the following bands is amateur radio contesting generally excluded? A, 30 meters, B, 6 meters, C, 70 centimeters, D, 33 centimeters. From which of the following bands is amateur radio contesting generally excluded? A, 30 meters, B, 6 meters, C, 70 centimeters, D, 33 centimeters. Anybody correct answer this question?
Jimmy, I want to say it's A, 30 meters.
You are correct, Eric, you are correct. From which of the following bands is amateur radio contesting generally excluded? Correct answer is A alpha, 30 meters. By general agreement, 60, 30, 17, and 12 meters are excluded from contest activity. This gives stations not interested in the contest an additional option for avoiding contest activity. Extra class license manual, page 2-5. Okay. Those of you who know about space weather should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What does the space weather term G5 mean? A, extreme geomagnetic storm. B, very low solar activity. C, moderate solar wind. D, waning sunspot numbers. What does the space weather term G5 mean? A, an extreme geomagnetic storm. B, very low solar activity. C, moderate solar wind. D, waning sunspot numbers. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Like I said, those of you who know space weather should know the correct answer to this one by heart.
All right, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say it's the geomagnetic storm. I think that was A alpha.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. What does the space weather term G5 mean? Correct answer is A alpha, an extreme geomagnetic storm. Within each class, increasing numeric values such as X1, X2, X3, and so on correspond to increasing intensity. For example, an X3 flare is 50% more intense than an X2 flare. Geomagnetic storms are classified similarly, with G5 being extreme. Extra class license manual, page 10-5. Okay. Which of the following receiver circuits can be effective in eliminating interference from strong out-of-band signals? A, ladies and gentlemen, disregard this. I think I read this last week. I'm going to find another one. Disregard this last the question. All right. Oh, boy. Which of the following can be measured with a vector network analyzer? A, input impedance. B, output impedance. C, reflection coefficient. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following can be measured with a vector network analyzer? A, input impedance. B, output impedance. C, reflection coefficient. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody correct answer this question? Okay, which of the following can be measured with a vector network analyzer? A, input impedance. B, output impedance. C, reflection coefficient. Well, the correct answer is D, delta. All these choices are correct. A related but more powerful instrument is the Vector Network Analyzer, or VNA. The VNA can not only measure complex impedance, S11 or S11 and return loss, or SWR in a single port, but it can measure the input and output impedance of a circuit or a transmission line as well. Extra class lines to manual page 9-43. Okay, one more. Okay, what type of y-axis scale is most often used for graphs of circuit frequency response? A, linear, B, scatter, D, random, D, logarithmic, or whatever it is. What type of y-axis scale is most often used for graphs of circuit frequency response? A, linear, B, scatter, C, random, D, logarithmic, or whatever it is. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
I don't remember what letter it was, Jimmy, but I'm going to go for linear.
Well, sorry, Eric, that's not correct. Thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a try? All right. Which type of y-axis scale is most often used for graphs of circuit frequency response? Correct answer is D delta logarithmic. When graphing certain frequency responses, the y-axis often uses a logarithmic scale. A logarithmic scale allows a large variance to be shown in a small amount of space. Typically, values of 1, 10, 100, 1,000, etc. are spaced equally far apart. And extra class lines of manual page 4. Extra class lines of manual page 4-1. Okay. Do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. Okay, now we're going to go back to the technicians of the portion. So, okay, we read 5 more questions in the tech, 5 more questions in the general, and 5 more questions in the extra class. All right, what good? Just a minute. Okay, why are metals generally good conductors of electricity? A, they have relatively high density. B, they have many free electrons. C, they have many free protons. D, they have relatively high Young's modulus values. Why are metals generally good conductors of electricity? A, they have relatively high density. B, they have many free electrons. C, they have many free protons. D, they have relatively high Young's modulus values. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
This is KE9CNS, late check-in, short time, 73 to all.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, Doug, and great job with the Skywarnet last night. Before I let you go, I'm doing a survey. Are you interested in listening to Amateur Radio Newsline during the Friday Night Funnet or not? What do you say?
I personally don't know that much about it, but, you know, when I find out more about it, I can make a decision.
Okay, sounds good, Doug. The Amateur Radio Newsline is broadcast after our Wednesday evening swap dead on the Wednesday evenings at 8 o'clock, and it's also on the Chad's Badger Prairie net at 8 o'clock on his 1440.950 repeater. Okay, thanks for checking in there, Doug.
73 Jimmy and all listening. KE9 CNS. I'm going to be QRT.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good day. We'll talk to you tomorrow when there, Doug. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for all you do on Skywarn. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me repeat this question. Why are metals generally good conductors of electricity? A, they have relatively high density. B, they have many free electrons. C, they have many free protons. D, they have relatively high Young's modulus values. Well, the correct answer is B, Bravo. They have many free electrons. Materials such as copper, in which electrons flow easily in response to an applied voltage, are conductors. Hammer the lights man on page 3-5. Okay. Oh, that was it. Hey, any more stations wishing to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please phone out.
KC9GCR W3MBX Mobile.
W3MBX Mobile, this is K9GCR. Good evening, Matt. What's going on with you?
Well, I got done with the Boylan football game, which they didn't have. And they're going to redo it tomorrow night at 6 because of the weather. But they tried to start it twice and it just didn't happen. And if you talk to Doug, KE9CNS, he'll tell you it's 22 minutes past my driving restriction time. Back to net.
Oh boy, hurry up and get home. Last thing you want to do is get stopped.
Don't want that to happen. Anyway, I'm just driving home and flicked the radio on, heard you out there, and I figured I'd just check in. And we'll take it on back to net control, W3MBX.
Okay, Matt, sounds good. I'm doing a survey. What do you think of maybe having amateur radio news line during the Friday Night Fun Net? I don't know if you ever heard that broadcast or not, but what do you think about having it?
What is it now?
Amateur Radio News Line. It's a 15-minute independent news broadcast devoted entirely to amateur radio. Here in our area, it's broadcast twice. After the Wednesday evening Swamp Net and on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport. And during the Thursday evening Badger Prairie Net, which takes place on Chad's 440.950 repeater in Janesville. He does it.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that much about the FCC rules, but I didn't know. I thought we were. I didn't think that we could broadcast, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Something like that. We can no regulation against it. I'm trying to see if we can get enough interest. If so, great. If not, we won't consider it. And anyway, I would have to get the okay from the rah-rah board and the repeater chairman, the repeater trustee, and we would have to find somebody who could do it too.
Yeah, I'm certainly not opposed to it. You know, as long as it doesn't interfere with anything else. It's, you know, if I don't know, if you're going to do it on a net, you might want to do it on the back end of the net, just in case some people don't want to hang around for 15 minutes just to get on the net. But not opposed to it at all.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. That's what we do on our Wednesday evening swamp net there. Mel, N9RPN, our repair trustee, does the news line. He usually records it after we get done with the with all the check-ins and stuff. Okay, man, I'm going to let you go. Drive safely. Don't get stopped. Sorry that things did not work out in the football game, but I guess that's the way it is with whether you can't take that chance. Thank you for checking in.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway checking in.
AE9N, good evening, Kurt. What's going on with you?
Hey, not too much. Good evening to you and Matt and everybody else. Not a heck of a lot is going on. My mother had fallen, about a week ago, and she was in the hospital, and now she's out of the hospital, and she's in a rehab facility, so I've been busy with that this week. The one thing I can tell you is I went to the urologist the other day, and they did a test on me, and they got rid of all the cancer that I had.
Thank God. Praise be to God, and I'm not even a religious person. Oh, that is wonderful news, Kurt. That is wonderful news.
Yeah, it's probably more of a relief for my wife than it was me. But no, they did their test and everything, and the radiation was very effective. And they said, as of now, you don't have any cancerous cells or whatever. I'm going to go in, about 3 months, and they'll just do another test and make sure everything is okay. But no, they said it came out real good.
That is wonderful news, Kurt. That really is. That's great. And hopefully your mother will be getting well too. We want her around long enough so she can celebrate her 100th birthday next year.
Well, we'll see how things go. She didn't break any bones or anything. She didn't have a stroke. So we'll just see. But again, being 99, she's pretty frail, and, she'll just do the best that she can.
Okay, sounds good. Kurt, I'm doing a survey. I'm going to ask everybody if we want to listen during the Friday Night Fun Net, if we want to do a AMS radio newsline. I just come up with some. We have a lot of features on this net, like the DX Corner, Swap Net, and the trivia segment or what have you. I was kind of wondering, maybe, I don't know if you've even heard AMS Radio Newsline. It's 15 minutes independent news broadcast of vote entirely to AMS Radio. Of course, we'd have to get the okay from you guys first, and then we'll have to find someone to do it. So, what do you think about it?
Well, I'm never opposed to anything like that. I don't always have the time or the energy on a Friday night to be too involved with the net. I try to when I can, but I see no reason why. I mean, I'm not opposed to it at all. And you know what? Let's look on the bright side. Let's say you try that or something else, and if it just doesn't carry the interest with people, you don't have to continue per se. You tried something and it didn't work maybe, but there again, there's a chance it could work real well.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, and that'd be interesting. I think you have a good point there. So let's see. On when Mel and IRPN, our repeater trustee, rebroadcast the AMS Radio Newsline, it's from the Friday of the previous week. It would not be like today's or anything like that. But if we do it, I would kind of like to have today's edition done rather than wait till next Friday to hear it. But we're just kicking it around. We just want to see if there's any interest. That's about it.
No, that sounds good. Again, I would never be against something like that. And sometimes, you try certain things and what you think might go over real well sometimes doesn't. And then there's other things that you don't think it really has a good chance, and people just gravitate toward it and they like it. And but bottom line is, if you don't try it, you'll never know.
That is correct. Okay, sounds good. Dean, the K9 FLO has not checked in for a long time, so I'm kind of wondering if I wonder if he's ill or what. Have you talked to him lately or not?
I haven't talked directly to him, but maybe in the next few days I'll just give him a jingle and make sure everything is okay. But no, I have not talked to him. But to my knowledge, I don't think there's anything wrong either. I would have known about that through maybe Brian Droy or, other people that associate with the Beloit group and, of course, the Rah Rah group as well. And I haven't seen any emails about anything, but maybe in a few days I'll just give him a jingle and make sure he's okay.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Kurt. Okay, hey, thanks for checking in. We'll let you go. You have a good evening. Thanks you for the wonderful news about you're cancer free. Did you have to go ring the bell or anything like that? Like you see him do it on TV?
They do actually have a bell there, and they wanted me to ring it. But, Jimmy, I'm kind of just a private person, and frankly, where the bell was, there wasn't anyone in the waiting room there, so I'd just be ringing it for myself. But I really just don't like drawing attention to myself that way and necessarily, and I just passed. I just didn't feel comfortable, that's all.
I understand, Kurt. I understand. A lot of people are that way, especially you. Okay. Have a good evening, Kurt, and thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun. Talk to you down the long.
Okay, see you later. KC9GCRKE9N, and I'll be clear.
KC9GCR, I'll be clear. Any more stations wishing to check into Friday Night Fun? Please go now.
W3MBX recheck.
W3MBX, go ahead, Matt.
I just want to say, Kurt, that's awesome news. Really, really glad to hear it. And just pulling in my driveway now, but just wanted to give that shout out. Congrats, and we'll catch you out down the luck. W3MBX, back to net control.
Okay, Kurt, did you copy that?
What was that, Jimmy?
W3MBX Matt says congratulations. He's happy for you. Everything went well.
Oh, okay. Now, keep in mind, Matt, all I did is I got rid of my cancer. It doesn't mean I'm any smarter.
I thought maybe that radiation maybe perked up some synapses up there, but oh well.
No, Sheila's standing here and she's shaking her head. No, that didn't help.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, listen, Kurt, I just pulled in my garage, but I just wanted to say congrats, and I'm going to jump on out, and 73 to both of you gentlemen. W3MBX, I'll be clear.
Okay, see you later, Matt. W3MBX, KE9N, and I'll be clear.
Okay, guys, thanks to both of you for checking the Friday Night Fun. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you down long. Kurt, maybe we'll hear you on the Saturday evening right tune that tomorrow night. KC9GCR. Any more stations wishing to check in, please call now. Okay, continuing with the trivia. Just a minute. Alright. Okay. Which is true about forward voltage drop in a diode? A. It is lower in some diode types than in others. B. It is proportional to peak inverse voltage. C. It indicates that the diode is defective. D. It has no impact on the voltage delivered to the load. Which is true about the forward voltage drop in a diode? A. It is lower in some diode types than in others. B. It is proportional to peak inverse voltage. C. It indicates that the diode is defective. D. It has no impact on the voltage delivered to the load. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. Which is true about forward voltage drop in a diode? The correct answer is A alpha. It is lower in some diode types than others. When current flows through a diode, a small positive voltage develops from the anode to the cathode. This is called the diode's forward voltage drop, and it is usually less than 1 volt. The voltage depends on the type of diode and the materials it's made from. Ham radio lights and manual page 3-10. Okay, what does a typical RF dummy load consist of? Just a minute. Skip that question. We're going to read the next one. What reading on an SWR meter indicates a perfect impedance match between the antenna and the feed line? A, 50-50, B, 0, C, 1.1, D, full scale. What reading on an SWR meter indicates a perfect impedance match between the antenna and the feed line? A, 50-50, B, 0, D, 1.1, D, full scale. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. What reading on an SWR meter indicates a perfect impedance match between the antenna and the feed line? The correct answer is C, Charlie, 1-1. When there is no reflected power, the SWR is 1-1. This condition is called a perfect match. Ham radio lights and manual page 4-10. Okay, what is the approximate bandwidth of AM fast scan TV transmissions? A, more than 10 megahertz. B, about 6 megahertz. C, about 3 megahertz. D, about 1 megahertz. What is the approximate bandwidth of AM fast scan TV transmissions? A, more than 10 megahertz. B, about 16 megahertz. Nah, let's do that again. What is the approximate bandwidth of AM fast scan TV transmissions? A, more than 10 megahertz. B, about 6 megahertz. C, about 3 megahertz. D, about 1 megahertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. What is the approximate bandwidth of AM fast scan TV transmission? The correct answer is B, Bravo, about 6 megahertz. Okay. Which of the following types of antennas offers the greatest gain? A, 5/8 wave vertical. B, isotropic. C, dipole. D, Yagi. Which of the following types of antennas offers the greatest gain? A, 5/8 wave vertical. B, isotropic. C, dipole. D, Yagi. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
89 MAD is going with Delta.
You are correct, Kerry. You are correct. Which of the following types of antennas offers the greatest gain? Correct answer is D, Delta, Yagi. Compared to the theoretically isotropic antenna or practical omnidirectional antennas like the J-pole or 5/8 wave vertical, Yagi beam antennas have much more gain in their preferred direction. Ham radio license manual page 4-10. 15. All right. All right. The last question of the evening. What are the toughest questions in your text, general, or extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you studying for your new ham radio license. Someday you're going to be part of a tower climbing expedition. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of the ground support crew. This next question, which I'm about to read, if you get it right at the BE testing session near you, this might be your ticket to getting your license. Here we go. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used to tension guy lines? A. Secure the guy line and the turnbuckle breaks. B. Prevent loosening of the turnbuckle from vibration. C. Provide a ground path for lightning strikes. D. Provide an ability to measure for proper tensioning. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used to tension guy lines? A. Secure the guy line and the turnbuckle breaks. B. Prevent loosening of the turnbuckle from vibration. C. Provide a ground path for lightning strikes. D. Provide an ability to measure for proper tensioning. Anybody have correct answer to this question? And you tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart.
KE910.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say B as in boy.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used to tension guy lines? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Prevent loosening of the turnbuckle from vibrations. Anybody knows Kurt does. He's one of the best tower climbers in the region. Of course, he's sad to say he's not able to do that much anymore, but he's one of the best ones. Anybody, you new hams, your first, if you have not had your first experience as tower climbing, ask Kurt, K9N. He'll give you the words. All right. Guy wires must be installed according to the tower manufacturer's instructions. Place the safety wire through any turnbuckles used to tension guy lines. This prevents them from loosening due to vibration and twisting. And radio lights manual page 9-17. Okay. Do we have any more stations? I'd check in. Please call now. I hope you enjoyed the questions, reading the questions, and I thank you everybody for participating in Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is when we have a law and check-ins like that, and to avoid having any dead air, that's what I do. So that's what the Mark K9 COB talked about. So this is what I'm doing. So okay. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in this time? Please go on.
KC9GCR, KC9YI.
EC9YI, good evening, Scott. What's going on with you?
Looks like Green Bay's finally got a kicker.
Oh, okay. I even have keep in time. Of course, I don't keep in touch with the football or any of that stuff there. I was just talking to Kurt, Matt, W3MBX. He went to the Boylan High School football game. They got postponed because they just had some lightning or storms or something like that. They're going to try and play that game tomorrow.
Yeah, we had a little rain come through. Let's see. There was storms around us, but let's see. We got another 1/4 of an inch of rain, and so for the week we've gotten 0.99 inches. It says on my weather thing. So no. Anyway, the Packer game's on tonight. Don't usually have that
on a Friday night, but preseason. And anyway, the field goal kicker, he's really got a night going there. He's a rookie, and we've kind of been looking for somebody that can really kick the ball. And boy, I tell you, he's having an awful good night tonight.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds good there. So I was monitoring your repeater this evening. I think you had earlier had severe thunderstorm warning for a portion of Greene County. I was monitoring your 110 repeater, and I did not hear any kind of a net or anything going on there tonight.
No, I guess not. I don't know. I guess, like I say, the storms, there was one that came down from Madison and just clipped the northeast corner of the county. And I think by the time it got down there, it had dissipated. So we didn't have the severe weather that I see down in the Rockford area. There was a pretty good line that went through.
Oh yeah, there was Ryan K9MTV is that was net controlled the Winnebago County Skywarn net tonight. He was listening. He was giving us reports and what have you there on this repeater earlier this evening.
Yeah. It's so hopefully you didn't get anything too bad there. Like I say, for us here, we just I think most of the weather missed us, but at least we got a quarter of an inch of rain out of the deal, and just there was nothing here in Monroe that was severe.
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, sounds good. Scott, I don't know if you listen to Amp Radio Newsline or not there, because it's broadcast on our repeater after a Wednesday evening swamp net after we get done with our check-ins, and Chad W99HF does it during his Thursday night net. So I was asking everybody, would you be in favor of doing the Amateur Radio Newsline on this net?
Yeah, I guess they are quite popular. I don't know if that would be repetitious or not, if it's the same report that you have on the 3.9, but I think it's kind of interesting. When I'm around, I usually try to listen to it.
Okay, sounds good. Of course, I was just doing that. I was just asking. Nothing is official yet. We haven't. So I gotta get the okay from the rah-rah board and the repeater chairman and the repeater trustee there and what have you. What I would like to do if we do it, I'd like to do like today's version and not record like last Friday's version of it there. I'd like to get it hot off the press, as they used to say in newspaper business.
Yeah, that. No, I think they do a really good job, and it's always interesting to know what's happening in ham radio. And I was just on 20 meters earlier tonight before the net or the also the game started at 8, and 20 meters seemed to be awfully good. I called CQ with my Drakes, and they're only 40 watts on CW. And a guy came back for me right away from Columbia. Didn't get a real good report, but he heard me. And then after that, I got a guy over in Labrador, on the east coast of Canada, above, it was out there quite a ways. Goose Bay, I guess it was. So anyway, he was kind of up there quite a ways.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations, Scott. That is definitely good to hear. Good to hear. Hey, I'll tell you what. You guys did a great job on your net this past Sunday. You went for 2 hours and 45 minutes. That was great, you guys.
Well, I'm sure we put a few people to sleep on the way through there. I don't think they were all with us all the way through.
Yeah, you bet. That's for sure. Well, okay, I got 16 check-ins so far, and it's about 10 minutes before 10, so I'll be getting ready to close down this net down shortly there. But hey, as usual, thanks for checking in.
Real good, Jim. Got a second half to go there on the Packer game, so we'll say 73, and we'll catch you later. And yeah, sounds good on everything. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI clear.
Scott. Yeah, the 10 o'clock news will be on, so we'll probably get a lot of reports about the weather. Okay, catch you later, Scott. Any more station light checking the Friday Night Fun net? Please go on. Okay, on the survey, I was asking everybody, are you in favor of us doing a Apps Radio news line? Well, let's tell you what, I think I'm going to add Scott K9YI to it. Whoa, KC, whoa. Okay, K9YI to the list there. 4 stations has said yes, and no opponent, nobody opposed. So, well, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we got a ways to go. We don't know if we're even going to do this at all. We're just talking about it right now. Any more stations wish to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now.
89 SAZ Kilo Delta 9 Sierra Alpha Zulu Daniel checking in. Jimmy in and out, but I want to at least get checked in tonight.
AD9SAZ, Dan. Okay, Dan, I've got you checked in. I know you're in and out. 73, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. Okay, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. I want to thank Rob for the use of this repeater. We're going to wait a few more minutes before it goes down there. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to run down a list of stations who've checked in so far tonight. Myself, KC9GCR, KF9FD, or Keep Finding 9 Silver Dollars from Warren, Illinois. He called me on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. And K9MTV, K9OLF, N4WGN, KC9 the QPL, N9BWM, KD9VQM, N9IGP, AB9Z in Whitewater, Wisconsin. First time, I hope he's still listening. K9MAP, Kerry, Duke of Digital DX, K9RUK, Marv, K9CNS, Doug, W3MBX, Matt, K9N, Kurt, KC9YI, Scott Monroe, and K9SAZ, Dan. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 check-ins, 16 on air check-ins, 1 early bird check-in on the hotline. 17 check-ins overall. Any more stations wish to check in? Please go on out. Just a reminder, Kerry K9 MAP is live streaming and recording this net on YouTube. You listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, all night, every night. You can listen to it straight through for several days, or you can listen to all 30-some or however nets that Kerry recorded. That would be great. It's Friday night, every night of the week, with the Friday Night Fun Net live stream on YouTube. Let's say it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep. You decide, well, I'm going to turn on the Friday Night Fun Net and listen. If that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Yep, every night is Friday night with the Friday Night Fun Net on YouTube. Any more stations wish to check in, please call now. I think a lot of people probably disconnected their antennas and their stuff too with all the severe weather coming on. Hopefully they have HD so they can still listen to the net. If not, check in. But well, that's the way it was for several the Friday nights this past spring and summer. On April 17th, when a tornado went through Lena, I decided to cancel at the suggestion of Doug K9CNS. We decided to cancel the Friday Night Fun Net and have it the next night. That was the first time in the history of the Friday Night Fun Net that it was ever held on a night other than a Saturday night. So that's the way it goes sometimes. In the event of any severe weather, should anything happen during this net, we will suspend the net and we'll let the Skywarn do its thing there. And if things work out, we'll resume the Friday Night Fun Net when we get done. So, any more stations which are checking, please call now. Anybody have any questions, comments, rest of traffic or anything like that they'd like to bring for the net? Well, we're not signing off yet, but I hope you enjoyed the Friday Night Fun as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. We've been at this since 2008, so that's for sure. I think in 2028, sometime we'll have our 1000th edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Wait and see what happens. Any more stations wish to check it, please call now. This is Case 9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XD Repair and Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun. That's Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. I remember when Kerry K9 MAP was telling me when the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department used to operate on VHF high band. He used to listen to the county jail frequencies on a scanner. Every night at 10 p.m., the correction dispatch would radio all the corrections officers. Lockdown, lockdown. Time to secure the jail. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Nighty-night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, well, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the Friday Night Fun as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Do we have any more stations? I check in. Please go now. Okay, well, folks, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to proceed to close this baby down. Good, great. That's 17 at check-in. So, okay. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, and your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your next door, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders, and your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter of your local post office when you go to mail a letter, buy stamps, or pick up your mail. Be sure you tell your bank cashier, your bank teller at your local bank when you go to withdraw money or put money in the bank. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure to tell your local members, your local PTA or PTO. Be sure to tell your used car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell your probation officer, parole officer, divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun. Then more checking the parent net. Make sure you have a valid FCC license. Folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, body mounts, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, cell marketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when U.S. national anthem is being played. We don't take your check-ins. You don't bat the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's just plain old all there is to it. Okay, this is the last call. For any station you want to check the Friday Night Fun Night from Mayor of the Region with on topic, please call Case 9 GCR. Last call for ratchet jaw. Okay, on the survey we had 4 yes, and nobody said no as far as doing a survey. Would you like to see amateur radio newsline broadcast during the Friday night flood net? Well, this is a long ways from being decided yet. We're going to see what's going to happen. Okay, this can go to Friday night flood net for Friday, August 22nd, 21st, I should say, 2026, a total of 17 check-ins. I'm now going to close down this net, return the repairs, and frequency normal amateur radio use. At 10:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 hours, 5 minutes Zulu time. 7-3, everybody. This is K-Sign GCR. Wishing you all a very pleasant good night. 7-3, K-Sign GCR recording. K9MAP, Kerry, if you're listening, there's a 2-hour, 5-minute net with an unofficial count of 17 check-ins. K-Sign GCR.